But as the years get going and time goes on, he keeps working, then you can just expand his game even more.
Another guy I wanted to ask about is Skyler. Fewer people talked about him last week, but still a guy fans would like to know a little bit about.
Yeah.
What have you seen out of him, and maybe what stood out about him here in Bull Prep?
Pretty much the same thing. He's athletic. He's a freak athletically. You got to stay on the field. I don't know what he's bound through a few things with just how football is, but he's another dude that he's made plays, and whenever he's on the field, he can be dynamic in any way. So both of them, I know. Especially, I'm not worried about that because Coach Witt does a great job of getting guys to where they need to be be ready to play. And I know that them two dudes are great listeners, along with Chim, great listeners, and they're going to give it all they got. And at the end of the day, that's what you need. You need somebody that's going to listen to Coach take constructive criticism and use it to perfect their craft. So I know that the future's bright for them, and they'll have success.
I say when it comes to as a senior, how do you feel this team? I know there's still one more chapter to be written for the bowl game, but just how do you feel this team has progressed throughout the season, and what could that bowl game, if y'all win, what would that mean for this season?
I mean, shit, it wasn't the season we wanted to have. Let's be honest. It wasn't the season that we know that we could have had, and it wasn't what we wanted. But we just try to finish on a high note now, and pretty strong with the bowl game, and that's really what I taken from the whole thing. The last game hurt and stings, still does. Probably will for a long time, but you gotta put that behind you in a sense, and understand that we got one more game, and you gotta go out there and attack it and hopefully come out with the win so we can end on a high note.
I know a couple of the players I think mentioned maybe there's like some sort of meeting after the Michigan game in terms of like the offensive players talking about stuff. Was there anything like that after the Minnesota game or anything like that, or?
Nah, not in particularly. Not really. I remember that we did meet after I think it was the Michigan game, and just chopped it up with the guys, and just basically just talked about our vision and what we wanted to do with the season. But I thought that was really good. But it wasn't probably just because people were mad at each other or anything crazy. But it was just shit, just hurt.
When you reflect on your decision to come back for this season, like you said, the season it didn't go as you guys wanted collectively. But for you, maybe individually, did you feel that you put enough on tape to go to the next level? How did you feel about your season?
Personally, I think that just out of all my years, I think that I definitely have enough tape to get me to that next level. But as far as 1 year, I just tried to make as many any opportunity I had. I thought I did a good job of going to make plays, and whenever the ball was in my hand, I think I did a good job of just trying to make plays and just trying to be that spark for the team. It may not have been as much as I wanted or I could have done, but at the end of the day, I'm just blessed to be able to still play the game, and that's why I just tried to whenever the ball was in there make plays, and so everybody sees it. So that's really all I try to do.
You think that's something, like you said, maybe you don't get as many chances as you'd like, but you think with scouts and people who really do realize what you do, you think that's something you saw then?
Yeah, I would think so. I've been doing it for pretty much 4 years now, so I think I've been pretty consistent with what I've been given, and I think that shows. Coach Witt's taken my route running and things to another level too, so I'm excited to be able to put that to show and just basically show what I can do.
Go ahead.
No,
after the bowl game, what is it like for you, and what are the next steps that you're going to take, just in terms of training? What's that process kind of like?
I haven't locked in on anything yet. Pretty soon I will, but after the bowl game I'll go home for a little bit, and then after that probably a couple days, maybe 4 days, and then I'll go train wherever I end up deciding to go and just get ready for preparation to go to the next level, and the combine, pro day, just things like that. So I'm looking forward to it, and giving it all I got to get to that.
I say with that, do you have a couple options on the line in terms of training complexes to use already and whatnot?
Yeah, I got a few places in mind. Nothing. Like I haven't decided nothing officially yet, but I have looked at a few different places. places, and I'm excited to just go and work. Like I actually can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. But I can't look too far ahead. I want to finish strong with this team and with this program. So this is a fine balance you have to find between the both of them pretty much.
Coach,
Go ahead.
Coach Chris kind of said a little bit yesterday, especially a lot of his seniors, making sure that they leave their mark here, not only just with what their status is here at Wisconsin, but make sure that the younger guys are in a great place. You being a guy who's been here for a minute, what are you trying to do in these final practices with this team?
Just work on my craft and be around the guys and just enjoy the moment. I think that going to Vegas is a great opportunity for us to do that, and it's going to be fun. Vegas is a great place to be, but I think we just need to realize that this is it for this team this year. So I think if we realize that and come to practice each day with that mindset, then when it comes game day, then we'll be able to play for the man next to each other and finish strong.
There are no opt-outs this year for you guys, at least that we know of. Do you think that's a testament to the leadership on this team, that everybody wants to finish strong?
Yeah, I think that is for sure. I think that's just kind of how the guys are, and just it kind of left us with a sour taste in our mouth after that last one. So that's something that you want to kind of get another one, so you don't end it that way. So I think that may be a reason too, but I'm not sure. I just think that guys are, I know me personally, I don't think about injuries or think about things like that. I just go out there and play and just give it to God, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And can't think about injuries because that's doing too much. So I just go out there with the mindset of playing the game that I love to play, and just giving it to God and enjoying it.
how have you seen the energy during practices? Practices been mostly with the younger guys, or have you been able to get in for some reps? And
it's been a combination. It's been I know last week was more the younger guys, and but now that the game's about almost a week away, that's when you start to focus your preparation more towards Arizona State and just more like that game week type of feel. So, but a lot of the bowl prep was young guys to see what they can do, because it's pretty much their time coming up.
Did you see a lot of energy with maybe when you're starting to prepare, even not just even with the younger guys, but now with you guys are starting to get into game preparation? Are you seeing energy? A higher level of energy?
Yeah, no doubt. Maybe the last week it was down because finals and things, but we always got. I think this team always got great energy. That's never really the down area. I think everybody brings great energy at practice. Guys flying around making plays, and that's all. As a coach, that's all you can ask for.
Going back to the opt-out kind of topic too, Coach Chris also said game planning does and doesn't change a little bit, because I think there's a couple corners that won't be playing for Arizona State, should I say? Game planning for you guys, is it difficult? Is it still kind of the same when it comes to prepping?
I think it's the same. You just got to know the defense structurally. That's the main key is studying their defense from a structural standpoint. What coverages they run, down and distance, what do they run, that type of thing. Their personnel, how they play, their receivers, if it's like an inch, if they do like an inch technique, or if it's more, hard presser. So it's just kind of studying, how they play their defense more than like the guys in their defense. You know what I mean? Right. It's good to look at who you're going to go against, of course, but also knowing the structure of the defense and their responsibilities and things like that too. So they're pretty similar to our defense coverage-wise. Man, 3. Switch it up, pretty versatile when it comes to that. So that's when you can do more. You're you're studying on your individual players because you're going man to man. You know what I mean? But if you're playing a team that's zone and they're not man to man, that's when you want to study structure and that type of thing. So probably this next week just do a good job of honing in on which DBs are playing and who's going to be out there, so you can take a look at them and see how they are.
Yeah. Going back to the formations then too, just kind of talking about that. What do you guys know so far about this team?
Oh yeah, they're pretty much like a match team. A lot of cover 1, cover 3, that type of thing. And they play hard. They do a good job. And I'm not too sure stats wise how many picks they have, but I know they are pretty good at ball club. So you gotta bring it. It's our last one. So if you need some motivation to bring it, then you should be out there.
I'd say, apologies, I think Mike asked it before I got here, but Markus Allen, I know that his name kind of popped up last week, but what do you see out of Markus and just the potential he could bring going forward?
I talked to him about that. I just think that he's done a great job of being consistent all season. There can be down times, and you can have moments like that, but it's how you bounce back from that and how you recover from that, because that's what means the most. And that's why I just tried to talk to him when he was telling me he was struggling just with a few things. Just tell him just do focus on yourself and don't let yourself get down, because at the end of the day that'll only hurt you. So I just try to tell him that and make sure if he needed anything, I talk to him about anything. But it's showing now, because he kept his head down and he grinded and and fought through all that stuff he was going through, and listened to Coach Witt, and that's why he's making plays now, and he's going to continue to make plays for a while.
Has there been anybody in your eyes, not we're running into the second week of kind of like bowl prep practices, but has there been anybody who has stood out in your eyes as a senior, from bowl prep, either older or younger guys?
Yeah, I think, of course, like you said, Markus. Skyler's been doing a great job since he's been back. I'm trying to think who else. Pretty much them two as far as receiver room. Of course, Chim has been consistent always, and those two guys have, I thought, really picked it up. And I also think Hawk's been doing pretty good. Hawk Anderson, he's been out here, running really good routes and making plays on the ball. So, I think our group as a whole is battle tested, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do in the future years.
Last question on my end. Do you have a favorite? I know he's on the opposite side of the ball, he coaches it, but do you have a favorite Jim Leonard story?
Jim Leonard story.
Either something that he's told or just a story about him from your time here?
That's a long time now. I might have to get back to you, but nothing I can remember off the top. But I love Coach Leonard's energy, just his demeanor. I try to pick his brain just with receiver things, because as a defensive coordinator, offense like the back of your hand. So I just try to ask him and pick his brain about certain things that I can do to improve my game too. So I just try to use all of my resources I got around here, because he's a great dude and real successful guy. So I just try to learn from him.